If we can get in. Everyone's doing good on this Friday. Sorry that we are a little late, but just helping my parents get my parents-in-law, they're getting ready to move, so I was helping them out. Hello, how's it going? How's it going, Masonry Man? Thanks for tuning in. I'm just sharing a few links around. Make sure I put those in the relevant discords. And don't forget, like I do every single time. Discord they already. I think we're going to be doing some bird of prey enclosures today is going to be the goal. So we kind of got this area done. We might get the groundhog enclosure finished as well, but I feel like the thing we can do the most amount of work on... Of course my dogs are decided that now is a great time to bark. But I think we're going to work on the wetlands walk. We've got sections here. So it's going to come off of here. Because you do it before you enter the wetlands walk. Yeah, this is this is the most complete section of the zoo. Probably my favorite as well. Though I am partial to our I also really like this over here, which we still got to finish some of the gardening. But I also really love our Appalachian sections. So we've got our American black bear, the coyote, and then the red wolf over here. I guess you haven't really seen all the zoo, so. And I think the red wolves are in their whelping pens, probably. Guess they're not. They're hiding. Are they in their indoor pens? No. Oh, there one is. But yeah, we've got a whole interconnected system of tunnels that the animals theoretically would be able to move between in here. I'm partial to that. Also, this boardwalk set is on the workshop if you want to use it. Everything on here as part of this is a it's ADA compliant. Although you would have to widen them for it to work in PZ normally. Just because it's very much relies on free build for the paths. But it shouldn't be too hard to make it just a little bit wider. Let me take a look at my... let me... What do I have it under? I think it might be like modular... boardwalk. Yes, Greyhammer's modular boardwalk. Also, where did I put that sketch? I sketched out the layout today. There we go. So yeah, the first habitat. Oh, I also wanted to see Planet Zoo Nexus. Do they have a northern harrier? Or a hen harrier? No. So we'll probably have to use Callum. Oh yeah, I'm really proud of this one. So there's a few aviaries we want to put over here. I think we want this to come out one more further, maybe. Yeah, then we want two sections. One will go like here. This earbud is running out. Alright, so we'll have a section there, and that will just take you off the path briefly. Then another one here. It's a little too close to each other, so I think I'm gonna go here. And then yeah. Right there. Actually, we probably want to build... These are going to be pretty much in tandem to each other. So, let's make this one its own variant. So what we want to do... trying to think of how we want to do this, because... Well, we don't want it random rotation. We want a hexagon shape. So I think you need a 30 degrees for that, if I'm not mistaken. No, I think we need 60. Oh, hey, Steven. Oh, no. Oh, hey, Tish. Oh, thanks for tuning in. Thought you're Steven. He's the one who calls me nerd. Appreciate it. No, that's too tight. Maybe we're making an octagon. We're making some shape. Will it actually be large enough for these birds? You might want to make it out of a different piece, but let me just see real quick. Let's see how big this will be. Like, it's not for a large bird. It's for well, technically crows are pretty large. Realistically, this is pretty close to what you would see a crow in a zoo. Maybe a zoo would have a larger enclosure by a bit. Let's see. I grab this dude. Yeah, that's a little small. That's a little small. Twilight door. We'll just use this piece instead. Maybe we do a 45-degree angle. That's what we need for a hexagon-ish shape, I think. For being going to college to be an engineer, math is not my strong suit. Science was. So I was able to use applied math. Just math by itself was a little tricky. How do we feel about that now? Still a little small. Especially because we're going to have a tree at the center of this. We do something like this. Good, we haven't deleted anything from there. Haven't deleted anything from there yet, so we can still shift this over. Oh, hey there, class. Oh, this dude? This is the vendor. He's to make sure that everything's up to scale. Somebody made him and put him on the blueprint, the workshop, so that you can make sure that something's going to look good with guests next to it if you don't want to actually worry about having guests next to it. So now so volume is not going to, obviously volume does not, it increases exponentially as you increase the perimeter. So we've kind of made this a much larger enclosure than it was originally. The question is it too large? Crows are pretty intelligent birds, and the other aviary that... Oh, come on. You were working earlier. Man, that's annoying. I think that's probably pretty reasonable for a small group of crows. I like this one. I've used both. I started using this one because I felt like it felt more like a person. So I kind of made me feel more like it was accurate to what I was building, I guess. Okay, so if we do that, then let's just say we take like a tulip poplar. Oh no, they just call it... Oh wait, no. Tulip poplar. This is new from the Appalachians pack that Great Cake Mods did. I think I want this one to be at the center, roughly. Now, how do we... What are we going to do about this bottom area? So I'll tell you one thing is we gotta line out the edge there. Will be kind of great because you'll get a look at the ducks. I don't know if it would be a good look. Let's see. Maybe I do want this one. Feels a little sturdier, and we can actually connect stuff to it a little bit better. Now, how am I going to do this now? Let's see. Something like that. really don't know what I'm doing here, but I think it looks good. We're gonna deal with that later. No, that's still looking good. And then once we get this halfway, we should be able to just rotate it over. No problem. So actually, we should first. This is kind of loosely based off of the San Diego Zoo. Actually, probably want just one rail there. Yeah, we can just do that. Maybe we'll deal with that later. Don't want that tree. I forgot the tree has a giant hitbox. It's a nice modded tree. Very common in the Southeast. The tulip poplar. So now we should be able to just bring this like so. We may need to inch it into place over here. Go, does it connect over here? Yes. Perfect. And then I think we're gonna need twilight wood blueprints off. So we'll grab a piece, slap it over there. Then we'll grab an actual piece that we're going to use. Boom. Boom. We can grab that. should be perfectly in line, like so. Just gotta line it up with the actual right side of the piece. Really liking how this aviary is coming out. Actually, this needs to be much more this way. Okay, let's see. Can we put this as the inside edge, and then we'll do the other one as the outside? This is, of course, going to be a little tricky, as it often is with these kinds of builds. Lots of finicky little pieces, but the finished product will be quite nice. I hope. Great. Let's see where we can take this. And then we just bring this. So. Then we'll grab all this and we'll do the exact same thing we did previously to make sure it matches over here. And it's actually not providing any value for me to do that with this piece because it's so different. These pieces have to be aligned so perfectly. Just gotta grab it. Sure those all meet together nicely. Make sure that this one meets together there. Let's see. Let's see. Alright, so that got us the base of the handrail. So then how much? So I know for a fact I'm going to be bringing this up as part of the frame. It's just going to be a question of how we end up doing that. And I also want to figure out what I'm doing with this floor space. Like, I'm tempted to just take these. Cut these down to here. Do the same all around here. Probably be more realistic if I'd have to imagine. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Now the crazy thing is, how am I going to make this habitat? Because there is a crow mod. For the woodpecker, it's easy. There's no mod. I just put in a prop piece. For the crows, that one I have to try a little bit harder. Might be able to put in like a staff gate like here, and he'll toss it into the aviary. Why have my dogs decided to lose their mind? Oops, I accidentally copied that over twice. Okay. This really isn't too bad. It's just a lot of fine-tuning work. The mesh is when it's going to get really finicky. this is going to look when it joins. I have a feeling we'll be able to just use these now to get like here. So let's just use these pieces for now. Okay, let's see. Bring this one out to, I think that one's about as good as we're going to get there. Then we just take this one, boom, take this one. Actually want to bring this a little bit further. We don't want any chance for any crows to fly out of here because they are quite clever. Then we just kind of bring this over here. And we'll adjust this into position in just a little bit. And don't worry about the flashing bee fighting. We will fix that momentarily. Hopefully. I say that we will, for sure. Hopefully the solution will look good. Let's see. we'll just grab some mesh and we'll put that there. Actually, it's going to be easier to clean with it being wood. How does this look? Not too bad. Definitely considering just doing. No, I want it to go all the way around. And let's say we do all this bit here. This is going to be the most complicated part of this build for sure. And we'll raise it to be about like so. Let's see. Actually, that's going to be suspended in a different manner. But we will do something like this. This is not going to be fun. Mm, um, let's see, where does that go? It just goes straight up, kind of collides with that. Is that enough of a curve? Maybe. No. Let me grab this. Say we rotate you just a little bit back like so. Close, but not quite. Now we could do a sharper angle here, which I think is what we will do. We still need this to be a little bit more. Let's also make this mesh black. That's just easier to see. Alright, we're gonna delete the tree for now. It will make a reappearance later, but it's just getting in the way right now. Okay, so that's one side of the aviary mesh. Hopefully, it's going to be easier on the other sides because theoretically we just got to copy it over and hope that the intersects make some sense. Slash figure out how we can hide where it intersects. Yeah, see, it's going to intersect there. I think that's acceptable, though. We might put like a cable there. In fact, the easiest way to do that will be zookeeper rope. I thought they had a point. Ah, they do. Perfect. then we'll change this to like a silvery color. Excuse me. This aviary is totally good for my mental health and will not destroy my mind. Let's see. Let's see if we can get all those colors to match now. Boom. There we go. We've now got a very nice selection here, and now when we copy this over, hopefully that will kind of mask the seams a little bit, but it'll also make it just feel more connected. Anybody been watching any good TV shows recently? Honestly, that's probably pretty good. I've heard really good things about the new Daredevil season, which I will want to watch. I just got to get with one of my friends who has Disney Plus, because I do not. Okay, we've spent an hour working on a single crow aviary backbone. That's fun, right? We like that. We love that. Let's see. How did the zookeepers get in here? I have no idea. Ooh, they could have a hatch, a trap door. They get in through a trap door in the bottom. That is actually not a terrible idea. Okay, so we've got that sorted out. I mean, can we adjust this? Sort of, but it's really not bothering me. It's not perfect mesh, but it's as close as I'm probably going to get. Now let's do the other aspect of making this look like those San Diego enclosures. I want to figure out how do I want to space these. I want it to be roughly halfway. I guess I'll just roughly halfway all of these, and then we'll make the edges match. And then we're gonna have vines or something growing in the middle of it. We're gonna ignore the fact that it definitely looks wider on this end. Definitely ignoring that fact. Yeah, let's ignore that. Once we put the vines in here, it's going to be not nearly as noticeable as it is right now. I hope. There we go. Okay. Easy. We're nearing the end of this side, and then we gotta put the roof on, and then we'll be done. Ready with a version that can be copied over to anywhere. That is going to be a not fun part, but let's go back to tulip poplar. Okay, actually, let's do a mud. Now let's take cable. Position snap. Let's see. Oh, I thought these were all one group. Why is it being weird? Okay, there we go. Let's merge this all into one group. Then the fun can begin. And again, I mean fun in the loosest sense of the word here. Let's make sure that this is long enough to overlap. So that we can try and center this. Ah, I didn't never grouped it. Oh, that's embarrassing. I thought for sure I grouped it. So let's select every piece. Group it together. Now, of course, I could just make it a flat roof, but that would be so not what we're doing here, right? Hmm. Alright, now let's see if we can get some mesh and not hate ourselves while we're doing it. That might be a tall order. Then we get this. And boom. I'm fine. This is fine. This is okay. It's not like we've got a bunch of other meshed aviary enclosures that we gotta do. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. This is for an American crow, a pair of American crows to be precise. This, it's a modded animal. made by Great Cakes Mods. So hopefully we can grab this, make it black. Most of this isn't going to be really visible through a lot of this. I just want to give the impression that it's meshed over fully. See if we can get this. Once we get one of these, theoretically, like once we get one side, finished, then we can do the others pretty easily. Okay, so now we can delete these. Theoretically, I grab this, I rotate it 45 degrees, steal that, sneak it over here, and just do that all around. Whew. It works. Oh yeah, that's gonna look good. Well then, let me show you a little bit of what we've built. So this is kind of the first really completed section. The wetlands walk. So this is boardwalk through a cypress swamp and cane brake environment of the southeastern Alabama. And so you go down this boardwalk, and then you've got your red-shouldered hawks over here. You've got your great egrets and great blue herons in this enclosure here. You've got a barred owl in here. And then this is when you start getting into the cane brake, which is a bamboo forest / wetland environment that's in southeast US. And in this swamp, we've got our bald eagle somewhere over there in this donut-shaped aviary. And then we don't have them in yet, but the not sandhill cranes, the whooping cranes will go into here. So that's kind of a short little tour of that. And this is kind of a branch off of that, but this is the treetop trail. And so yeah, this is going to be for the American crow. It's a pretty good sized enclosure for them, I think. I haven't really seen too many crow enclosures. My zoo used to have a raven enclosure that kind of looked like this. Okay. Let's get the tulip poplar back in the middle here. So it's not in there. Is it bracket? Piece? Yes. Then we get this in like so. Boom. We kind of, that gives us a better frame for this entire enclosure. Now we got to do the boring part. And that's the guest part of things. Guests actually need to be able to use this. You know, since we're building a zoo and not just like a bunch of places where there are animals, we want people to be able to see them. Now, how we're going to get the railing in here is going to be something else. I wish it would just be nice to me, game. Wow, that wasn't so bad there. Okay, so we've got one in. We just got to get the railings in. So there we go. We can just do that. That makes it easy peasy. Sort of. As easy peasy this is going to be. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's just get these and bring them across over here. Okay, so we've got that in. Are we going to need a railing on that end? I don't... If we do, I don't think I want it to be... Maybe I do want it to be this one. I hate railings so much. But I don't want people sticking their hands in there and getting pecked either. There we go. Okay. All right, we're making it. We're making it work. Then we just grab all this. Only got a few more sections to go. Just a few more sections. Let's see something. What was this over here? Okay. And then wonder if we can grab all of this and just nicely throw it to the other side. And once we get all this finished, we can make a copy of this, because we're only going to have 2 aviaries that are like this. It's over here. Great. Then we grab that, we bring it over here. And that's pretty much it. I feel like it's going to look too enclosed if we... Let me see. Leaf sent me a picture of an aviary. Where you could get pretty close if I'm not mistaken. We're going to do a different style fence. And we might just use... Not that one. I want a simple fence. That's too tall. If I got it down to like here, that could work. It's kind of sticking to the ground pretty bad though. I wonder what this would look like. The wood color like this. We don't have anything else small, do we? This one? No. Let's see. We can get this to actually work. Boom. Okay. Now we just gotta copy this over a ton. It's only taken us forever and a day to make this enclosure outline. Let's see. Let's make sure we've got this all lined up properly. Okay. This is fine. I know I've told myself that so many times while we've been doing this, but it's really okay. Only a little insane. Only a little. I promise. Oh my gosh. Okay. Ooh, that made my computer want to explode. All right, computer. Whew. Now let's try for a different tree. No, not that. Try. What were the big trees? Oh, the sycamore was the other one. Yeah, those aren't really gonna work. Hmm. Maybe we can grab that loblolly pine. Boom. So we've got 2 of these. Whew. That is pretty darn good looking. Now I need to add branches and stuff. Now we can actually customize it, because we have what? Billion need. Oh, we actually. Let's see, make sure they can actually use all the stuff it's saying they can. American Crow. Let's see if we can get them in the game. I think our best bet to getting them to work is to put that there. Bring staff path along here. At least for now. Boom. Then let's see if we can. We have a single pair. Let me double check. Let me check. We want to look for birds, and then American crow. We've got 2 males. Send to zoo. Let's get them moving. Yeah, go grab them. Bring them over. Yeah, I like this area. What's crazy, there's no actual animal in here. But, you know, minor things. If we put the crow in, I want to see if they'll actually... if they'll actually... go in right. Oh, here comes one of the crows. I'm hoping he pops it in and tosses it in right. Oh, we're looking good. That's not great. Inside of a tree is not quite where I want him to be. Okay, where's the hitbox for this guy? It's fine. As we move from over there. Sweet. Now let me see what their enrichment items. Because I'm sure they use custom enrichment. Bird Jungle Gym is one that they use. Puzzle box table. Oh, and if I update it, I think I get... they will actually fly around for real. That would be really cool. Bird Jungle Gym medium birds. Yes, so it's this. wonder how this will work. I'm not sure how they use this. I'd love to see them use this, because that would be super cool. Then puzzle table? I don't think I've got that one installed, so let's install it. No idea why that's open. Maybe these block them getting to it. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try make it a little bit more enclosed here. Should I update it, guy? Well, nobody's actually really here. If I update the mod, then whenever they do their move animations. Where's their hitbox? They can't reach any of that stuff for some reason. Let's do our first solution. Okay, they still can't use anything. Second solution. Things are too up in the air. Maybe? Nope. Let's see. See, maybe that works. Let's see. I bet that tree is going to be what did it. Nope. Tree is not what did it. Oh, I know what I should do. Can't believe I never thought of this. Never thought of this. Like, what if we just... got this to the right. There, and then we rotate it into place. Let's see, can they use it? Tell me yes. No. But that could just be a bad placement. Like it could just be at an awkward angle. So like, let's try this. Hello, Steven. We're just trying to figure something out. Why can we not use this? Can I get to that now? No. So, like, they can walk around. Oh, they can use it now. Let's go. Perfect. I want to see them use that, but first let's get them their puzzle box. Enrichment. So it just takes fiddling. Gotcha. Let's see if we can still hide this over here. I guess we should probably try and make sure they can use it before we start editing it. Let's see. I don't know why their hitboxes get so wonky. There we go. Still can't use that, so maybe we need to lower it. I think they might be about to use the animation. Looks like it. Looked like he was squaring up for an animation. Where's the other one? It's inside the tree. Come on, sir. Is it proximity away from like the door? If I put it over here, can they use it? Let's see. Why won't you use your enrichment item? Get it to work for 1 second. Not on this one, but... So they're thinking about it. Like, why can't I reach this? Let's see. Still not. Oh, it's something like this. Hmm. Send a chat to one of my zoo. What if we moved the raven, well, crows? Let's just say we take you, put you down. Does that recalculate it for you? No. Now if I took like the puzzle box feeder. I want to see them climb up there. Hmm. Okay, we're gonna just make it look pretty without that, hopefully. Very much like to see these guys use this. Is it saying it's an invalid destination? So they can still use that. Well, actually, we're gonna keep the puzzle thing in there. We're gonna make it look good, and then hopefully we'll find out how to make it work. I'll update the mod as well, so when they do their run animations, they'll be flying. See how that looks. Still can't get there, but let's see. Certainly gotten them interested in it. That was orange for a second there. Oh, yep, they can climb up there. No, not inside the tree, dingus. Wonder if we did like a Twilight Wood. Let's see. It's 10 o'clock. I've got to wrap it up here soon. Okay, I can use that, so that's great. I wonder if I can use this as like a... support. Why can't they climb anymore? Oh no, they can. Cool. Can we get one of the small water bowls up here? Skittle feeder? Maybe that will work. Um, Let's see. Just make some plants around in here. Just make it a little bit less sparse. That's a little too much. Yeah, I'll need to wrap up now. I'm gonna have to wrap up. Let me just place the rest of these plants down. All right. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna have to end it for tonight. We got... Well, I wish I could say we got a ton done, but we got a really cool looking aviary. And once I update the mod, then they'll be able to fly through this pretty nicely. But thanks guys for tuning in, and I will catch y'all later. Bye.